There is the fine line, right, between talking shit and backing it up.
Yeah.
But you did a great job of pissing people off in your career, and that plays a factor. That whatever you can do to get just them a little bit out of their comfort zone, a little bit out of their composure, and you were really good at that.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I hate that to be, the first thing people say about me, but
Well, it's one.
It was a thing, It was what I did, and in my mind, where I come from, my background, if we're gonna fight, then we're gonna fight, and then it's all out war, until it's all said and done. And if I can make you doubt yourself, if I can, it's like at the weigh-ins. At the weigh-ins, that's the last time you're gonna get a chance to stand in front of your opponent and send a message to him. You know what I mean? And if you get in his face and you can just instill a little fear, puff your chest. That's why animals do it in the wild. Sure. You know what I mean? Puff your chest out, look intimidating, look as angry as you can, And some fighters might just look at that and laugh and say, this ain't going to work on me. But some it does.
Yeah.
So, and then they don't fight to the best of their ability because they're slightly doubting themselves and they're not fully committing to the punch or the kick. And if they're not fully committing, they're not 100%, they're not fighting as well as they can be. And I'm winning that battle. So yeah, you look like kind of a thug standing up there and pointing your finger and talking shit, but it's for a reason, you know?
It works.
Yeah, and it does. What McGregor's the best at it, he gets people to fold. Look at Dustin Poirier, he didn't even show up in that first fight.
It's true. Yeah, I
mean, don't get me wrong, he was great as well. It wasn't just the trash talk.
No, he's great as well. I think the Nate Diaz fight didn't work in that fight.
Yeah,
Nate doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck. There you go.
Doesn't work.
Exactly, it doesn't work.
You can talk shit at him, and he's like, "Fuck you." Yeah. And it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make him feel bad at all.
Yeah,
he enjoys it.
Yeah,
I think it
exactly.
makes him feel comforting.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
used to this.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. Like a lot of people would wish that fighters were respectful and just treated it the martial arts way and bow to each other.
And that's great. It is. It's funny. I was working out this morning and the gym manager, he said, I feel like that side of things kind of, it's killing the UFC. And shut the fuck up. I'm like, I nodded away and was respectful to the guy.
Yeah.
But I see his point. I understand what he's saying, but it's entertainment and it gets people. That's another reason why I used to do it. You're trying to sell the fight. You want every product you're involved with to be as popular as possible. Whether it's a podcast, whether it's fighting, whether it's whatever it is. If no one's watching, no one gives a fuck, then you're not going to make much money. You're not going to get booked again. You're not going to be on the big cards. You talk a little. I know from a consumer standpoint. If I'm watching a fight, I mean, look at that last week with Fury and Wilder.
Yeah.
I was eating out the palm of their hands. I mean, It was an amazing fight. But, it hypes it. It's great. It's awesome to watch. I mean, yes, it is beautiful to see two fighters walk up there and bow and shake hands and all the rest of it. But it's also a little fucking boring, if I'm honest. Like, when I'm working the weighing shows, I'm like, give me something to talk about, please. Because I don't want to talk about your boring last fight that went to a split decision when nothing really happened. But if you get in their face at the weigh-in, great, we can pump it up a little bit. We can sell the fight. We can hype it up.
Yeah, when they have these press conferences and no one's being mean at all, I mean, half the fun is talking shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm enjoying myself. I'm in my element up there. It's like, the famous one with GSP when he was like, are you intoxicated?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, I am. Well, yeah, I am. I'm in Vegas. What do you want me to do? You don't want to fight until the end of the year and it's January, okay? Right. If we were fighting in 2 months, I wouldn't be intoxicated. But right now I am, so, yeah.
Well, there's been some hilarious moments in press conferences. I mean, the giant one with the UFC where Jeremy Stevens calls out to Connor and Connor goes, who the fuck is that guy? I mean,
that was hilarious. That was great. It really was good. Honestly, every time I see that, I do laugh. It was great.
All he had to say.
Yeah.
All he had to say.
Who the fuck is that guy? But I don't know. But I think he was actually serious.
He might have been.
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
But
calling me out, talking shit.
I'm sure he knows who Jeremy Stevens is.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Maybe.
Maybe
not.
Maybe not.
I don't know everybody up there sometimes at press conferences.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean?
The UFC has more than 500 fighters on their roster.